Hey guys, my name's Louise and I am a qualified heavy vehicle and plant mechanic turned trainer and assessor. This is episode 4 in my little Being a First Year Apprentice series. This episode is all about the leveling up process that I like to call it. So the leveling up process is pretty much when you first start, you're going to be given really simple basic tasks, and they might seem super boring and super repetitive, but pretty much this is the workshop's way, or the work community, wherever you are, way of testing you. All right, so they're testing how much you care, how careful you are, how much effort you put in, your time, if you're completing tasks to the time that you're supposed to be. Once you do this on the really basic tasks, then you'll be given a more challenging task. You know, if they can trust you to ask questions when you don't know. If you try to put something together and you're not sure, you give it a go and you'll be like, can you check this? I wasn't quite sure. And they can build that trust with you and you get a slightly harder job. Once you get good at that slightly harder job, you get another one. And before you know it, if you're a mechanic, you'll be building engines on your own, fault finding on your own. I'm not really sure the equivalent to carpentry and all that kind of stuff, but welding, doing bigger welds, carpentry, doing bigger builds, that kind of stuff. My experience with the leveling up process is when I was in year 10, I had a part-time job on a Saturday. So after I got the swing of things, so I spent a few days there in my school holidays, and then I got the swing of things. So when I would come in on a Saturday, I would sweep the workshop. First thing, no one would even ask me. We used to pack all the machines away into the workshop, and the boys would have to pull them out and put them on display. Put them on display and then pull them out of the workshop so we could work on stuff. So while they were doing this and doing the final things, when everything was out of the workshop, straight away grab broom, sweep everywhere, move, get all those corners that no one would want to get because they were too hard to get to. Clean the filter on the parts washer, sweep around the drill press, that kind of stuff. And that was out of the way. 15 minutes. The guys hadn't even started working yet and the workshop was already clean, which was something that would be one of the first things that they'd ask me to do. And because they couldn't get me to clean anything else because it was clean, I got to level up. So my next level in that job was putting together new machines. So it was a lawnmower workshop, we sold whippersnippers, all that kind of stuff, chainsaws, so I would assemble them out of the box, ready to be put on display. Alright, so there was a few different machines, this screw goes there, we don't put that cover on, this cover stays in the box, don't throw that out. You build up a list of things that you need to do for each different machine, make sure it starts, runs, this is how you prime it, this is how you start it up, warm it up, this is what it needs to do. This is what you need to test. So you build up that, got good at putting together new machines. Next level for me in that job was servicing. Servicing customers, lawnmowers, whippersnippers, chainsaws. Alright, so when I went through, I worked out that, there were so many different machines, I was getting kind of confused on, what did I need to do on this one, and that one. So I made up some checklists. Put together a few checklists, chainsaws, whippersnippers, lawnmowers, push lawnmowers versus ride-on lawnmowers. These are the things that we change on these services. And I had them ready to go, tick, 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 get all this stuff done. Everything was sweet. From there, my next level was fault finding. So I was then put on jobs where there would be a bit of troubleshooting. All right, a few basic faults, this won't start, have a look at that. This won't do this, have a look at this. That was my next level. Then, I didn't end up leveling up anymore at that job because I started a new job. I started my apprenticeship after that. But that is my example of a leveling up process. And that happens everywhere. So you're cleaning, when you're rebuilding engines and you're starting to, you might go on with a tradie and they might get you to clean all the parts, and then you clean all the parts good and then you'll start inspecting the parts. And then you get a bit of a feel of inspecting parts and they trust you to give you their inspection. So you do the parts list, you might start disassembling one side of the engine and then you get to assemble that side of the engine. You do the other side with another tradie, assemble the other side, top end, bottom end, and before you know it, you've done all parts of the engine, and then your supervisor's like, cool, I think you're ready to do your own rebuild. And that's how the leveling up process works. So remember, don't get bitter about the cleaning level. I know it sucks. There was a whole episode on that. It's not great, but it is part of the levels, and you need to get good at that level before you level up. Alright guys, so leveling up process. I've got a few more things that I want to chat to you guys about, so there will be a few more episodes. And again, congratulations on getting your apprenticeship. Well done. I will talk to you later, guys.